Scott Robertson, can you just give us your assessment on that performance, please?
Test footy. We knew any French team that's going to play a game, especially on tour, that's written off, is going to put up a scrap and fight for everything, and they didn't go away, and it was a hell of a test match. They won a lot of little battles, especially off kicks. They turn over ball. They're pretty potent. They're quick. That was a great test match. Yeah.
Did you feel like get one of those tries given, maybe you can kick on with it?
Yeah, we could probably try and get a couple of scores, 2 scores ahead, so they had to play a little bit more. Like all the percentages and stuff, and territory and possession was in our hands, and we just didn't quite finish enough to put pressure on them, so they had to play, not kick. But it just shows how much steel they've got in that group.
How would you assess the 4 debutants you blooded tonight?
Oh, awesome. Yeah, I was really pleased for them. All of them stepped up, made an impact. Fabian went whole lady. It was pretty impressive. And all the guys that came off the bench as well. We had a couple of big moments. That scrum at the end there. Duplessis was really effective. Lots of energy. And I'm pleased for Christian. Yeah.
Just on Fabian, was it the plan for him to go the full 80, or did you kind of assess how he was going and you were impressed?
He can go 100, I reckon. He's got a big engine, big man, big engine, and he just keep going. He plays big minutes for the Highlanders, so we're just going to take a look after him after 50 minutes and sort of make a call, but no, he keep trucking. Yeah.
Scott, 3 disallowed tries out there. What was the chat, I suppose, on the field to keep the momentum going and not let that affect the flow of the game?
Yeah, I think it was words of reassurance, really, that we were creating opportunities. I think in those moments you can easily slip away and potentially get frustrated by 3 opportunities that do get turned down after being awarded. It's certainly a mental trap that he could fall into, but I was pleased with the way the boys sort of just hung in there, and I guess the French sort of hung in there as well. Yeah.
Coach, congratulations. Losing Sevu early, given the licence that he's usually given to roam around the field, did that necessitate a big change in the way that the team played?
Yes and no. Like, I've always played a lot of rugby on the wing, and DMAC has played a lot of footy too, so the coverage of the backfield was a little bit different. But what Sev gives you can beat players in one-on-one. He's pretty special. So there was that. That early knock sort of changed a little bit of stuff that we're looking at, but the experience came on.
And you've been very open with the fact that you want to play fast. Do you feel like at times it was just a bit too fast out there?
What part was that, sorry?
Oh, just some of the errors that were getting made. Did you think the guys were just trying to play things a bit too fast?
We I think it was 18 handling errors. A lot of them were in contact in the ground. So it's not too fast when you're carrying the ball into contact. So you just sort of have to break that down a little bit. But look, I was pleased. Playing fast created so much. We just didn't finish enough. And as good as said, we stayed brave, which was the key. That second half was pretty impressive performance, minus a couple of finishing tries. So look, we were pleased. Set piece was great, and the imprints that came on, so there's a lot of positive stories here.
And how rewarding was it to have that situation where you kick a penalty and you leave it up to the team to tackle their way to victory and close the game out that way?
Yeah, pleased. It was a big set. Every time they got into year 22, the French were pretty ruthless. They had a high conversion rate. They're good. They definitely knock on the front door, don't they? They just keep on coming, and so you've got to meet them there, and they were pretty powerful, and so it was pleased that the defence got us the result.
Coach, just on the defence, is that strike you as the big work on for next week, or is it finishing opportunities? Yeah,
parts of it, yeah, for sure. We know what we're going to do. We've just got to stop them now. It's pretty clear. cut those good opportunities and they roll, you've got to be clean, you've got to be disciplined. I think we got 3 penalties away. That was great. So we didn't give them too much access through our discipline. But turnover ball, like I said, the scripts that in the air, they kicked pretty much everything after in the first 2 or 3 phases, and then won all those battles, and that put you on your back foot. So we've got to get better off the defensive set around majority of the game. Yeah.
Did France show you anything different to what you expected tonight?
No, I think that's everything we sort of anticipated from them. Combative up front. They tried mauling us, and I think a couple of times got them behind us. Kicked really well, and took points, accumulated that way. And when they got their opportunities from turnovers, or off the back of the scrum striker, saw what they could do. So. Yeah, that's everything that we previewed. I think the challenge for our group is to be better next week and, take another step forward with what we're trying to do.
And Razor, have you got a health update on Sevu at all?
He's HIA category 1, so he's out for the week. Yeah. What's low key, isn't it?
Scott, regarding the battle between coach, how do you rate not only the physicality of French, but the game plan of Fabian Galtier?
Bonsoir, monsieur. I think it's clear. Like I said at the last press conference, we know what they're going to do. We just we've got to stop them, and they're pretty relentless how they do it. From all their grades, all their teams in blue, and it goes off a great kicking game. He's based off the majority of that in a good set piece, especially a line out. And you got to give it to them, bravo. Like they did a good job and put a lot of pressure on us. Yeah.
Scott, just your assessment of your positional tweaks with Rico going the wing, Billy coming in, and Tupa on the blind side.
Yeah, I thought they had some really good moments in it. Whatever, another good look at the game, some individual performance. I get sort of caught up in the big picture stuff. So we've got some really good touches and be better for that. It's great to see the guys slot back in there and have the opportunity to play in 2 different positions and experience that test.